Well, that got worse. Okay, so the first full trailer for the Prime Video series Them came out, and there's a little bit more clarity as far as what exactly the family is going through. Now, it's clear that, there's this family trying to integrate into I want to say mostly, but hey, if we go by the trailer, an exclusively white neighborhood. Unfortunately, they are met with apprehension, animosity, and no reason to mince words about it, absolute hatred. Uh, it seems, now, and I could be wrong. I mean, I haven't seen the show yet, it hasn't come out yet. But it seems that a few of the community members have decided to orchestrate an elaborate plan of harassment. I say elaborate, it might, considering the time, considering the historical placement of these events, it might just be casual. I don't know. But it seems that they have decided on a plan of attack that would probably off-center this family to force them to go somewhere else. And some of these scenes, because it seems like there's a ladies' rotary that has a dinner table, like those little portable dinner tables in the street, just looking at them. Well, someone sabotages their vehicle by putting sugar in a gas tank. That and the dolls. Now, and the thing is, I know what the dolls are called, but considering that I'm actually not going to name them. There is a term for that specific type of toy caricature that is strung all about their property. But after thinking about it, I'm not even going to give power to its naming. But still, and at a certain point, it seems that for the mother at least, well, that she's had enough. Understandably so. Completely understandably so. Now, an interesting aspect of this is that some of these nightmarish, surreal scenes that we see in the trailer, I'm wondering actually if there's a supernatural element at all. Now, admittedly, the daughter, the little girl, she says that she feels something evil in the house. Well, okay, they might expand on something as far as like a possible mythology about, other people maybe that have suffered hate crimes in this area, maybe historically, or considering the setting, maybe a bit recently to the story's plot. That being said, and this is something that I actually kind of regretted not really mentioning in the last video, is that something that seems far more profound about the type of story that is being told here is that if, it's one thing to be afraid of something that goes bump in the night. Ghosts, ghouls, goblins. When you can rationalize a problem away, it's like, okay, it's not a ghost, it's the house settling. It's not a goblin, it's just some cats or raccoons just messing around with stuff outside. There's no supernatural element to it, They're bothersome, but, they're real, and it's not a big deal. And then, it's something to be afraid of the abstract, of something whimsical, like something that you can say, well, that's not a ghost, it's this, it's X. And it's another thing to be afraid of your community. It's another thing entirely to be afraid of your neighbors. And that's what it seems like this series will definitely capitalize on. There may still be a supernatural element, maybe, but something that I'm honestly curious about is to whether or not some of these, like I said, surreal, nightmarish visions may actually just be a product of the, anxious or stressed mindset of the characters, from being constantly harassed and attacked. So, like, what I mean by that is, like, waking nightmares are a thing, hallucinations are a thing. And especially given extreme stress, I mean, it happens. So I'm wondering if maybe they will pan over from something possibly supernatural to something a little bit more real. Like these visions that we see are the byproduct of troubled minds, because of all the harassment and the attacks. Now, once again, it seems, once again, hey, for a horror series, this looks horrifying. It's one thing to be afraid of an abstract, that may or may not produce phantasms or phantoms that are not actually there. It's another thing to be harassed and assaulted by hatred. And that is essentially, it seems to me, the essence of what this series will focus upon. So it looks very good. It looks very good. A bit, as I mentioned in the first, a bit too good. Jeez, you might just scare people away from even watching the show. But definitely some talent on hand. Certainly. So yeah. Amazon. Oh my goodness. Anyways, so Them season 1 is coming up fairly soon. In April. And yeah, as far as horror goes, this looks like it's going to be some kind of grand achievement, certainly. So thank you very much for joining me here for this trailer reaction here on Movie Ninja. If you enjoyed hearing my thoughts, please consider subscribing to help the channel grow. Also, please, if you just like the video, please give it a like. Share it with people that, may also have some thoughts to share. What do you guys think? Please let me know in the comments below as far as, are you anticipating this series, and what really stands out to you as far as something truly horrific about this. Thank you very much for joining me again here on Movie Ninja, and I hope you have a good rest of the day.